Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk and I'm back with another World of Good Sweet project, and this time I'm coordinating it with the fabulous postage stamp. The rectangular one, which is in the annual catalogue, and I thought it was a really fun way to do a bit of repeat stamping and create your own kind of 3D element on the front of your card. And then, as you can see, I've just stamped on the inside with a little bit of Whisper White and some lovely Misty Moonlight. So the reason I've done this is because in the paper here you end up with odd little bits and pieces, and I thought this was perfect to just use up some of those scraps. So the paper I'm using is the World of Good Sweet, and so this is 12 by 12 paper. I've just got a sample of 6 by 6 here for you, and there's 6 sheets, double-sided patterns, so you get 12 sheets in overall, 2 of each pattern, and on the front 4 of them have got lovely beautiful brass foiling, as you can see here, and some fabulous colours like Mossy Meadow. This is the Misty Moonlight here, some scripty fonts, some lovely grids, again world images, perfect for travel or just anything that anybody that sort of enjoys going out and about. Not that we're doing much of that at the moment. Again, some textured images, and then sort of detailed maps as well. And then on the reverse, this one has got one is signs of the zodiac, the other is stars. So I think that one is yep, that one is that one. The cinnamon cider one is the constellations, and the blue, lovely Misty Moonlight one is signs of the zodiac. I think that's on the reverse of. I can't remember which one. There we go. It's in the background of this lovely foiled one here. So in here are the signs of the zodiac. So that one's Sagittarius and Pisces. So great fun papers, and really sort of useful for, as I say, if you've got masculine cards to do. And then the stamp set itself comes with some coordinating dies. These actually, there's a die to go with them, or they fit the 1 3/4 inch punch. But these lovely images are great for creating kind of a stand with your globe, and you've got both sides of the hemisphere. So on the one side you've obviously got Europe, and then you've got the Americas on the other side. So great, because you can always tailor that to whoever you happen to have. So as you can see here, this one's got Europe and Africa down to Australia, and this one has got America on it. So as I say, you can just vary it depending on who you're making the card for, and which part of the world you happen to be, or use a bit of both. So, and one of the things I've done here, just to kind of show you, I always store my stamps back in the rubber, and when they're circular, before I take them out, I just use a marker to put some in so that they line up and I know which one goes where. So you can see this one's my one with 3 marks on it, and this one has got 2 marks on. That's just another little thing I do. So let's get started. I thought, as I've done a Misty Moonlight one, I might use some of the Mossy Meadow card that's in the pack as well. So we're just going to create a card base using half a sheet of cardstock. So I'm going to trim this down to 14.5 centimetres, and it's 21 centimetres in width, just half a sheet of UK04. So just score that at 10.5, and that creates our card base. We're then going to want a layer for the inside, and that is 10 by 14 centimetres. And that's all the cutting you need to do. The rest of it is just a bit of fun stamping and punching. So I have got some scraps of Whisper White here. So I'm going to grab my Mossy Meadow ink. Oh, it looks like it might need a bit of re-inking actually. Okay, just needs a bit of working. Okay, a little bit on the pale side. Okay, so all I'm going to do is just repeat stamp with my Mossy Meadow to create just, in effect, my own DSP. And I'll I'm going to leave that out to remind me to re-ink that. So I'm a little bit on the pale side, and then just come in and punch a couple of pieces of those. Okay. I'm going to I've got a couple of pieces of the Mossy Meadow patterns here, so I'm just going to, that's a rather nice focal image with that. So I'm going to kind of cut a couple of each, so I'm going to have sort of 3 designs as I did on my original card. And this one's quite sort of dark, so I'm just going to come in on the side there. And then I shall just play around with those and see which ones I prefer. And I'm also going to stamp my globe actually as well. Hopefully there's enough ink in there. Yeah, it really does need a bit of, so I'm just going to sort of offset that slightly. And then come in so. In fact, I might just stamp another one on the other side there. And come in with okay. I'm also going to want to stamp on the inside of my my card as well. I do tend to, when it's a dark card, put a layer of Whisper White in. It's not essential, but it just helps kind of create a really nice sort of finishing touch to your card if you just add that on the inside. I don't always show that on my videos, so I probably ought to a little bit more. And then as I say, you can just come in and add other things as you want. Then the last bit of stamping that I'm going to need to do is with my sentiment. So again, I'm just going to take the other end of my scrap of Whisper White, and I'm using the Happy Birthday from Peaceful Moments, which I can't, I put it down somewhere. So there's just a range of happy birthdays. So my other favourite one is from Here's a Card. This one works really well as well because it's sort of centralised, which I think works really nicely with the tailored tag punch. So you can see here, I can just come in and punch that out. And then I'm just going to grab a small piece of my Mossy Meadow cardstock and just punch one of the tailored tags out from that as well to create my layer. So next I need to kind of assemble my card. I'm going to pop this layer on the inside while it's nice and flat. This is just the last of my, it's not the last of my snail, I've got quite a bit of snail left, but I'm just sort of migrating over to the fabulous new Stampin' Seal. But I have to say I can't get rid of other favourites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with my images, and all I'm going to do is just kind of play around with those a little bit until I decide which image I like best. And again, you can just sort of play with those. We could add, so I might just actually leave it like that. I've got my stuff whirled and it might perhaps pop that one in there instead. Okay, and then this is simply popping these up on dimensionals. Sometimes what I do if I'm creating cards like this is I will take a photograph of it once I've laid it out so that I can see what it was that I decided to do once it sort of pleases your eye, because so often I've done cards like this and then you get that I move it to one side and then I can't remember which bit it is, so you sort of end up starting all over again. So I think we might just go for 5 with that one up in the corner. Okay, so it's just kind of just a bit of fun really, that you can play around with these, and you could fit them much more closely together on a layer and then trim it down if you wanted to. You could keep all of them on dimensionals, or you could add some flat. So I might do that with with these. Make sure you get your dimensionals out of the way. Okay, let's pop that one over there. And we'll add this one just a flat. I think the danger of some of the foiled cards sometimes is that I like it so much that all of it gets put up on, and that I use all the foil side and forget about the reverse. Whereas the reverses of some of these are absolutely beautiful as well, and really lovely sort of textural feel to them. I need to change my grid paper as well. As you can see, I've been playing with World of Good lots today, getting ready for my sweet launch. I've got a bit more to do on that. So you can just sort of really sort of play around with dimension. You could add layers if you wanted to on this as well. And the last little bit is to take our tailored tag and just cut it in half. And then add some glue to the bottom there and just use the sides to line those up. And this I do want to pop up on dimensionals, so I shall just add them sort of to the middle and one side, because it's going to onto the side of the card. Again, you could adapt this easily to any sort of sentiment you want. It's a really kind of useful generic style of card. And just pop that on. And there we have a couple of fun World of Good rectangular punch cards. Misty Moonlight or Team Mossy Meadow? Let me know. I think both look great. And which layout do you like? It in the middle, or do you like things off-centred, or do you like to have an even border? Everybody's different, which is great because it means we can really have a fun play around with these stamp sets. Lovely. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed that. If you'd like to purchase any of the products you've seen today, then do pop along to my blog, flutterbyheidi.co.uk, and purchase any of the products. I haven't actually put any embellishments on that, so actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly, I could use my Just Jade. How would those look? Actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in with the cinnamon cider ones actually on that. There we go. There we go. Just add a bit of extra interest round and about. There we go. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.